Morning! We have actually quite a bit going on today. We have Tucker coming from Mother Deere to do our GPSs for us. He's going to update all our tractors and combine and sprayer and get them all updated with that GPS system that I was talking to you guys about. We also have Cody, our welding guy, is coming in. He is going to wrap up the welding on the fertilizer wagon for me so we can get that finished assembled. That didn't sound right. Finish up the assembly. That sounds better. That was one of those things where after I did the clip, I was going through my head, I'm like, that kind of sounded dumb. Whatever. But what I did yesterday is I have a flashing light up here that's not working. I spent a lot of time trying to chase down electrical wires and everything to figure out why that's not blinking, and I come to the conclusion of I'm not smart enough to figure it out. Anyway, after I got frustrated and done doing that, I put all the corn plates in the corn rows. I put the knockers in. They're the little wheels that knock the seed off the plate because this is a vacuum blower system. And I put the new brushes in. And I'll show you what the plate and everything looks like. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's try this again. Take two. I had to pull the vacuum hose off. But what it is I've got it marked. Corn plate, row 20. This is the knocker wheel right here. You can't quite see it. Let me grab the flashlight. That's the knocker wheel. It rolls inside those holes there and knocks the seed off the plate because the blower system blows seed through all these tubes right here. These tubes go to each individual row. Seed comes down through this tube into this yellow pan. So there's a pile of seed in this pan so this row never runs out of seed or runs low of seed. And then it goes down, gravity feeds down to a plate. Well, this is a vacuum hose that creates a vacuum which sucks the seed to the plate itself as it's going around. And that little knocker wheel I showed you knocks the seed off, goes down the chute into the seed trough that you're cutting into the ground. That's how the system works in a nutshell. I'll get deeper into that once planting season gets closer, because I ordered a few of these. These are what they call closing wheels. A few of these, which are called gauge wheels. And then these are the disc openers, and I ordered all new disc openers for the whole machine. So once those come in the next couple days, we got to completely tear apart each row unit and put new stuff on. So we got a lot of work to do on that thing. Not to mention, I still have to do some work on everything basically. The disc needs grease, the soil finish or the field cultivator needs new sweeps. Rolling baskets need greased, the packer needs greased, there's a couple tractors that still needs an oil change and greased. Seed tender, I tried starting that the other day, the battery's dead, so we got to put a charger on that. There's a lot. The fertilizer wagon still needs to be put back together. We still have to go clean up some field edges with the grapple bucket. There's a couple brush piles that need to be burned. There's a lot going on and a little time to do it. So we're going to be working later hours now. Might have to start working some weekends here coming up real soon, but we'll see. We're going to take it one day at a time and see what happens. I got the whole lineup out ready for the GPS guy to get here, get that going. I even took the time, swept the floor in here, backed the fertilizer wagon in. Now I'm waiting for the welder to get here. I mean, like, come on guys, I'm up, I have all this done, where are you? I mean, granted it's only 8 o'clock right now, but still, if I'm awake, the whole world should be awake, right? Isn't that how that works? See, things are happening. John Deere just texted me, said they're gonna be here within the hour. So then they're gonna be working on these bad boys so we can get the GPS up to date. As far as the GPS units of what they're going to be doing, I'll explain to you in the video on what we're upgrading and how we're doing it and what we're gonna benefit out of it. But I'm gonna wait for him to get here so he can explain it to me a little better. Because, I mean, they sold me on it. Now I gotta learn how to run it. They're putting in modems. Got one in the combine right now and one in the 9410. They're going right to town. Okay, I'm with Tucker here. He is the IT guy. So essentially, what's going to happen with this whole modems and everything we did today, what is going to benefit me?
What's going to benefit you? So in a moment, once everything is running, you'll be able to see where your machines are anywhere in the world through cellular signal. You'll be able to see fuel, hours, any codes that come in from the machine will pop up on here.
Right.
You'll be able to see work maps, planting maps, sprayer maps.
And then this will tell me my yields for each individual field.
Yes.
So in the spring, I can take those maps and apply for fertilizer, seed population, things like that to help better our yields in the future. We're not going to see benefit this year, but next year we'll see benefit for it.
Right.
So.
No, once we get everything paired up, you'll be able to see where your machines are in real time on Google Images.
What they're going to do now is they're going to start all the machines up, let them run a little bit. That way the modems will talk to each other and then send the data to my computer, so then it'll tell me right where they're parked, because, you know, I don't know. And also what I can also do with this system is when I'm harvesting and I create a map of our yields and everything, then I can take those yield maps, send them to our fertilizer or agronomist, and then they can look at the maps and tell us where we need more fertilizer, less fertilizer, up the population of planting for next year or back the population off. It's going to just like help us dial in each field and each section of each field. All right, everybody just left. And I've kind of been playing around with this a little bit, but what they did was they took a zip drive and they downloaded the information that's in the monitors and put it into the computer, and I've already have maps. Like this is one of our fields, and you can see the different colors and the guide right there. And what that's going to do is that is going to tell me exactly what the field produced, where I need more fertilizer, where I need less fertilizer, and it's awesome. Hang on a minute, let me see if I can, because then I can share, I can take this map and hit the share and export it and send it to the agronomist, and then they can read it and go, oh yeah, well this section of the field you need a little more of this, and that section of the field you need a little less of that, and This is very high tech for us. I know there's a lot of farmers out there that have been using this technology for a while now. And I don't think we are at the size to benefit from it, but giving what it costs to do it versus what we already had, it would actually save us money in the long run now. I just clicked on a different field, and that was 2021 harvest map. So they downloaded our planting maps and our harvest maps out of the planting tractor monitor, because that's the same monitor I use in the combine, and was able to get this. So this is a huge step for us. I'm very excited about this. So I just clicked on one of the fields that I harvested this past fall, and it tells me that I harvested, it was a 10-acre field. My yield was 56 bushels per acre. My total yield was 560 bushels. Moisture was 12.8%. 3,359.6 pounds per acre. So, and it tells me exactly, I started it October 5th, 2024 at 6:12 p.m. I ended it at October 5th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. So when I done. And then it also tells me it was an hour and 12 minutes of harvest time. I traveled an average of 2.4 miles per hour. I was cutting 8.2 acres an hour. I used 15.1 gallons of fuel. I was cutting an average of 37.2 bushels per gallon of fuel. This is literally a game changer for us. I'm kind of excited. Alright, I'm going to shut that computer off. I'll be on there all day just trying to play with this and figure it all out. I'll do that at home while I'm editing a video. But at any rate, while all this was going on, I had a delivery. This is all the disc openers, gauge wheels, closers, new tubes for liquid fertilizer for the planter, which is awesome. So now I need to move this out of the way, move that out of the way, get the combine parked back in here, bring the planters in, and then I can start working on tearing the planters apart and putting it back together with new parts. Well, I at least got the planters back in the shop, and then I took off one gauge wheel and got a phone call. Our agronomist said that truck driver wants to dump a load of lime at one of our fields, but wasn't sure how wet it is. So I'm going to run down there, unlock the gates, kind of walk it a little bit to see how wet it is, and hopefully he can get in there this afternoon, or this evening I should say, and dump a load of lime. This is what it looks like when a row unit is completely torn apart. What goes on here is your disc openers, gauge wheel goes on there, and then there's the seed firmer tube that has the liquid fertilizer that comes through it that goes up in through here. Basically what it does is when the seed comes out of here, it drops down this black tube, then it falls right into the trench, and then this wheel comes through and closes the trench up. How we determine whether or not it's time for new disc openers, I have a brand new disc here. You see this beveled edge right here? When that beveled edge gets worn down to where there's almost nothing left, it's time to change. Here's the old disc opener. So there's a little bit of a difference. I'll take the new one and put the old one on top of it. As you can see, the beveled edge is gone. So, time for new disc openers. And because there's 32 rows and 2 disc openers per row, that's 64 of these I have to replace. I don't have to replace all the gauge wheels or all the closing wheels, but there are several that need to be replaced. And as far as the seed firmers, because we only run liquid fertilizer through the corn rows, I only got to change 16 of these. All right, guys, I'm going to set you down so I can focus on this and try and get as many done as I can today. And then we'll go from there. Well, I managed to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows done. I still got to do up there, but I have to unfold the machine in order to get to those. So those I'll do outside. I think I'm going to hit it hard first thing in the morning and just concentrate on this all day tomorrow and get it knocked out. But I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day today. All right, I'm in the video here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.